Tuesday night product research call. My name is Chris Evers, head of education over at the Freedom Club, where we teach dropshippers how to dropship. And if that's something you're interested in learning, I'd love to teach you. So, give me a moment. Let me show you what we do. Once I turn this music off. Damn, that was a bit much. All right, let me tell you what we do. We train everyday people how to do dropshipping, and we have trained hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students. These are just some of the awesome results that our students have had. Now, if you want to get started, it's a free course. Jump on in. I stream to my students. You're about to meet them in this stream if you continue watching. And in this stream, I teach our students what products to test and what products to stay away from. Just helps them on their journey know exactly what a winning product looks like, and adds to your success. If you want to know more about me, so this is one of my stores here. This is just what we did over the weekend. It's Homecraftology. You'll see it a lot in my streams. I show there's 2 stores that I show a lot. I have a whole bunch of other stores that I don't show because they're still in development, still testing things out. And these are 2 stores that I am comfortable showing you guys. So this is Homecraftology. This is just the weekend. If we dial this back, let's have a look. I haven't seen this back to 2019. I've been running this since I think 2017. Since 2019, we've done nearly 9 million USD in sales. So that's what, nearly 13 million in Australian dollars. And my other store that I'm showing you guys a lot of these days, Lush Living, where we are selling cleaning products, notably bathroom cleaning products. You can see here we've, in the past 90 days, we've done about 50,000 in revenue, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm working on this one to scale it, and happy to keep you guys informed with how that's going. So what I'm going to do now, guys, if you can just give me a couple of moments, I'm going to put this into credits. So you'll see the credits rolling, and I'm going to invite all the students in from the Freedom Club. So just give me a moment and I'll be back. Oh, before I do that, I do want to mention, if you are seeing success like this, well, you're probably going to think, hey, I need to scale. And if you do start to scale, you're probably going to notice your conversion price, or your CPP, your cost per conversion, it ain't going down. It's only ever going to go up. And the more you scale, the higher that cost per purchase goes. Yes, you can make better ads and help along the way. Yes, you can make a better landing page and help along the way. But ultimately, even once you've done that, you're going to want to start spending more money. And when you spend more money, your cost per purchase goes up. So if you're in a situation where your cost per purchase is going up, and you think you are done and you can't scale that product anymore, you just need to think bigger. So you need to think, how can I get my product cheaper? And I have a solution for you. I have a supplier that I've been working with for over 8 years now. He supplies Homecraftology, he supplies Lush Living, he supplies all my other stores, and he supplies a whole bunch of stores for a lot of the students that are running in the Freedom Club. So we have just started taking new clients, and this is a bespoke service where for free, I will help you get in touch with my supplier and build a bridge of communication to show you exactly what I've done with them, how we can customize your packaging, how we can customize your products, even how we can customize the user experience, and most notably get you fast shipping from China with prices that actually make sense so that you can scale. Now, how that makes sense is, let's just say you're selling a pair of socks, to pull a completely random product out of thin air. Let's just say you're selling a pair of socks. Well, we will give you a discount if you sell 3 pairs of socks in one transaction. We'll give you an even bigger discount if you sell 5 or more. However many you think you can sell as a bundle, we go back and we figure out how we can make that cheaper for you. And that's what I do with Lush Living. So when someone buys one of my products, great. When they buy 2 of my products, fantastic. When they buy 3 or more of my products, the cost per purchase of an individual item goes so far down that I make ridiculous amounts of profit from selling 5 or more in a single bundle. And that is how you can scale. That is probably one of the key reasons that I'm able to scale, is bringing my cost per purchase. Well, that's never gonna go down. Bringing my cost per item all the way down so that my cost per purchase has a little bit of room for me to scale. Now, if you just give me a second, guys. Oh, didn't tell you how to get in contact with me. If that sounds like something that you want to do, and you're looking to reduce the cost of your product and ship your products from China, please go into the description of this video. There's a link there that you can click to get right into my DMs on WhatsApp, and I will put this together for you and tell you what we can do and get you in touch with the supplier and make this happen for you. So it's completely free, no obligation. It's not going to cost you a cent to do this, and we can get you up and running within 24 hours. So if that sounds like that's something cool to you and you're getting, say, 5 or more orders per day, then click that link, get in touch, and I'll help you out. In the meantime, let me roll the credits and I'll go invite all my students in. So give me 1 minute. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom Club is invited in, and they'll be joining us in just a second. And then we'll be getting on top of our product research for the first day of, well, where are we? April 1st, 2025. It's a new month. There's new products to find. If you want access to my product database, I'll share my screen on Freedom Club so you can see what I'm doing. Where am I? All right, if you want access to my product database, you'll notice that this month is completely blank. Just sit tight because we're going to start filling this out today. But you can see here we got April, March, February, January. In a couple of days' time, I'm going to go through and clean this whole thing up and make this a lot better. So we will see version 3.0 of this thing. But in the meantime, the legend works like this. Red products, avoid them. Orange products, avoid them for now. Just let me do a little bit more research, let a bit more time happen. I'll come back in, I'll look at another product that's orange, and I'll decide if it's going to be green or if it's going to be red. I'm actually going to get rid of all the white products. From now on, it's just going to be green or gold. Okay, so I'm going to change it up over this week. In the meantime, though, if you do want access to this sheet, let me grab a link for you now, and I'll give this to you. Once I get my windows all sorted. That is there. That is in the chat, ready for you. Now, for those over on YouTube, give me a moment and I'll grab that window too. And I'll pop this in the chat over there as well. If you are watching on YouTube and you've missed this in the chat, there is actually a link in the description of this video that you can go and click and get access to this sheet. But it's in the chat now. All right. Let's go find some products, shall we? Douglas and Emily, welcome to the stream. I am sharing my screen, yeah? You can see that all? All right, cool. All right, let's go. Let's go find some products. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that because that's not how I want to share it. I want to share the window, not the actual tab. And we'll just share window. Here we go. All right, Bonnie, I am well. I hope you're well as well. Okay, if this is your first time on this call, I'd love it if you came in and said hello. If you're new to the Freedom Club, fantastic. I'd really love to hear it. I'd love to know where you're at and what you think so far. And if you're looking for a specific type of product, let me know in the chat. If you want me to look at another product or another competitor and give you some honest advice, pop it in the chat too. If you want me to find a competitor, you know what I'm about to say, pop that in the chat. Pop it all in the chat. Lana, welcome. Chloe, welcome. Bonnie, I already said hello to you, Bonnie, I'm pretty sure, but Bonnie and Emily and Douglas, if you've missed it, hello. Now, let's go find some products. All right, now what I've done differently today, we're using Winning Hunter like always. Jenna, newbie, awesome. Welcome to the chat. In the stream. Chloe, you're working the back end of launching your Shopify. Much harder process than you thought. Yeah, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Honestly, I have too many stores to count right now, but I'm building one right now, and I know it's daunting. I've built many, and this is probably what. Let me count them. So there's stores that I have. and the stores that I manage. So stores that I have. I think it's 5 stores that I have that are mine, and stores that I manage. 2. There's about 4 or 5 other stores that I manage for people, for big clients. So that's 10 in total. I'm building one more right now. It sucks. It really sucks. This will probably be my last one, maybe forever, or until I get that itch, until I find another niche I want to sell. All right. So we're doing things a little differently today. We've actually set our days running to 90 days running in our search up here. And that's just so that I can pick the best of the best, things I may not have seen before. Chloe, you think your mistake in the beginning was linking your own personal address, your name and ABN, and then the domain name? You need to go back and see where you've gone wrong. So, I give away my name, and I give away my address. I'm proud of my stores. That's just my personal thing. I know a lot of people like to hide the ownership of their domain, or you know, I think I keep my domains private because, I mean, don't want randos dropping by my doorstep. But on my business page, no, I put my proper ABN because that's the law. And I mean, I know I've been doing business for a long time. I probably wouldn't do that on a new store if I was just testing a product out or a niche. I'd probably just use the freedom stuff because you don't know if that's going to stick. But once I've got something that I know is going to work, no, I put down my proper address, I put down my ABN, I put everything down properly because it's legitimate. And I've only ever once had someone knock on my door and ask, "Hey, is this Homecraftology?" In which case I said, "It is, but actually we're not a showcase store. We're only online. But thank you for popping by." All right. I digress. Your Shopify account details are coming back saying it can't be verified. Must be something you're doing wrong. You're going to take time tonight? Yeah, you probably just need to go and have a chat with support and figure out what it is that you need to fix. They're pretty good there. Support's pretty good. All right, now let's get into product research. So we normally look for ads that are 30 days and 60 days, but today I'm going to look at ads that have been running for 90 days to start off with. And if the quality is good, we'll stick with it. If we're not finding good products, then we'll put that back down to 30 days and we'll see how we go. All right, I'm looking for, and already I can see these products are pretty darn good. What have we got here? Dog teeth. Okay. I've seen the problem. What's the solution? Damon, could I explain the value of Winning Hunter over Minia? I don't want to sell you on this. If you like the interface better, go for Winning Hunter. If you like Minia, stick with Minia. I like Winning Hunter, but it's just my favorite tool of the moment of like many spying tools that I've used over the time. I like Minia because, as you'll see, if I like this product, I can just click view ad details and I can go directly to their library and see all of their stuff. The search tools in Minia the search tools in Winning Hunter are a little bit more powerful, and it just makes my stream faster. Oh, I've never really been a huge fan of Minia, but it's perfectly fine. Honestly, we're talking about 2 different shovels. One's my preferred one, and the other one does the same thing. It digs a hole. All right, so this ad has actually been running in Germany for quite some time, and I'm really keen to know. Like these ads, a lot of different ones. I've got some nice image ads. Yeah, from 2024. How have we never seen this before? Now, the fact that this has been running in Germany for so long, it's giving me good vibes. Dog teeth, dog teeth, clean. So they've been running this for a while. Their images are crap, but they're not the worst crap I've ever seen. Like, we could do better. We could do way better. Now, the fact that it's doing well in one country could mean it could do well in our country. What are we selling here exactly? Can we translate Google? Biggest dental care innovation of 2024? You spray it into your dog's food. Okay. Natural formula. Ah. Oh. It's really, really cool. Okay. I'd say this one looks pretty good. I'd say go for it. If you got a dog store, how do I filter products in Winning Hunter? See, the key is you don't filter anything. The key to good Winning Hunter is coming up here and just putting in days running, which means you need to have the top level account in Winning Hunter to do this. It's not cheap. Can I please show you how to filter products in Winning Hunter? What does ad spend mean? Well, ad spend is how much they think they're spending on ads, but I never look at these because you can't verify the data. They're only guessing based on, who knows? Who knows how they're doing this, but I can tell you looking at my own ads, it's not very accurate. What I'm looking for is how long the ad's been running and what's the quality of their ads like. And you'll see why when I find a bad example. Another German product for dogs. Now, I know this is a pretty good product because there's other dog businesses that have done really well with these. Really, really, really well. Now, are they saturated? Maybe. But saturated to me, I think of it differently to most people. To me, saturated products are usually products that I would like to test because I can probably do better. And they probably sell well. In this case, that's not what we were looking at. These guys have a lot of different products for dogs. This is the end game of a dog store. Well, this is a pet store, actually. Oh, they've even got this one that most of us have tried selling. Oh, that's a terrible AI image. Alright, well, I'm not going to pop this one up because they're not focusing on that one product. They're focusing on a lot of different dog products. So we'll skip this one for now. It was still cool. Another dog product. In Germany. Tierhessen. Am I searching for dogs or something on Winning Hunter? Looks like we got flea collars, do we? It's hard because like a lot of these are probably good products, but I don't speak German, so it's difficult to see what they're selling. What we're looking for is that dog toy. It's been running for over 90 days, so that would bring us to... Oh, I think we're going too far. What are they selling back here? They got the... Yeah, the dog car seat saver. Oh, is this the toy? Schnuffelball. No, that's not it. That's the snuffle ball. That's for slowing down their eating, which is still a good product, by the way. Cat scratcher. No idea what that is. Is that even a dog product? Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. I don't see the one here that we were looking at. We'll skip it. Okay. We're mostly going to skip it because I'm looking for something that another e-commerce store is actually focusing on. What in the hell? Another dog product. That's the same store as before. Well, I mean, maybe this is telling us that dog products last a while. What have we got here? Why are they all from Germany? Do I have just German? No. Let's just reapply this and make sure that this is all unfiltered. What do I think of the car seat protector? A lot of people are trying it, and if you want to make it work, you have to come up with a good one. Excuse me. We had a good one a few months back, either in January or February. It's the only one that I've actually seen working for quite some time. Let me just go through and try and find it. Let's have a look. That wasn't it. Dog car seat. Here we go. So back in, what was this? Back in January, we had this one. Not to say that it's bad. But see how this one's got like a free thing down the bottom? Most people don't have that. Oh my god, this is expensive. Wow. Let's just see if these guys are making money. You just noticed I have tabs down the bottom? Yeah, look, these guys have been selling this for months. And it's working for them. But look at the amount of effort they put in. They got some incredible photos here. And it's not cheap. Fits all cars, 100% tear and leak proof. It's very expensive. So what I take away from this is a lot of students that I've seen have been asking to sell this. They give it a try and it doesn't work out for them because they're not including this thing down here, which I assume brings the price up a lot because shipping is going to be more expensive. Most people selling this for about $75. Now these guys are selling a much better package with this awesome dog bed in there for a lot more money. And what that explains to me is that perhaps it's quite expensive to sell this, but by adding an extra bit to it and increasing the price, we cover the cost of finding that customer and we still make money. Because most of us are selling this for $70, which means this harness thing that goes, or whatever this thing is that goes on the seats, whatever you want to call that, is fairly cheap. This thing must bring it up to maybe another $80, and then they're doing that by 3, so 3 8's 24, so they're selling this for a lot more than that. They're pocketing about $80 per sale because I reckon it'll cost you about probably $80 to $100 to actually get a customer. So that's probably why it's working. Douglas, am I able to work backwards and start with a problem and then find if the product is viable? Example, eco-friendly collapsible water bottles to save space or clip to the waist when finished and not in use. Or is it best to work through trending products first? Mate, I never look at trending products. I'm not interested in trends at all. I am interested in longevity products. So products that have been in the market for a long time with ads that haven't been touched in months that are still making money. That's what excites me. If you want to go down the route of finding a unique product that solves a unique problem, fantastic. But I wouldn't recommend doing that for your first store, because in your first store, like you want to know that something's going to work. You want to have competition that's making money so that you can come on in and you can sell it in a better way, as these guys have done, and start making bank a lot easier. And then maybe for your second store, maybe then you're looking for unique problems to solve. Maybe then you'll be wanting to become a trendsetter. That makes sense? Personally, I've never been a trendsetter. I'd rather only get into markets where I can guarantee that there's enough space for me to go and make money. Okay, so that was the dog seat back from January. Let's continue going over Winning Hunter, which for some reason is all about dogs today. Dogs in Germany. Okay, we got a steam cleaner. Yeah, that's cool, because steam cleaners can look really impressive from a close-up camera, and then not be the best. March 31st. March. Ooh, okay, March 17. February 24th. December 9. Wow, December 2nd. November. Wow, they launched this on November the 18th, and they've still got ads they haven't touched. €169, so what, that $200 or $300? This could go well with Lush Living. Yeah, I like it. In fact, I like it so much, I'm going to send this to my team as soon as this call is finished. In fact, I'm going to send this to my team right now. I want this product on my website. Steam cleaner. I was wondering if I could find a good cleaning product. Steam cleaner. Now, just because I'm telling you guys that this is going on my website tonight, this doesn't mean that you can't run it. In fact, gold is probably a good indication that it's a great product to run. Oh, we need the ads. The only reason I put it gold is I want to make my intentions clear. If you choose this product, you'll come up against me. And competition is always healthy, guys. Nobody owns a product. Well, other than the people who buy it off us. All right. What do I think of this product from Emily? Sunny Health Fitness. Let's take a look. I'm finding ads at the moment. I still need to locate a supplier with a similar product that this ad launched. Yeah, but I just talk to my supplier. I've only got one supplier. I just say, hey, how much is this going to cost me? And he goes off and he finds a factory, and I just go from there. That's how I personally do it. Upright row and ride squat assist trainer machine for abs and glute. This is great, but is anyone making money from this drop shipping? That's the question. What happened? There we go. Oh, thank you, Emily. Thank you very much. You've done my job for me. Can we look into kitchen, healthy living? Yeah, sure, we can do that. Oh, that's their post. Okay. Sunny Health and Fitness. We'll see if we can find their ads. There they go. I'll have a look at the pub chat in a second. Okay, now with this brand here, these ads are fantastic. But these products, unless you have a very decent supplier, these products are going to be very, very tricky. Because, and don't worry about the branding. Branding is easy to do for these. The size and the weight of these is going to mean shipping is expensive. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you go through here, Let me go through the checkout. I'm fairly sure that shipping is going to be expensive. Oh, they only ship to the United States too. So that's 99 US. The problem that that we have here, and the reason why I would be very cautious about anything like this, is because we don't know anything about Sunny Health Fitness. I can't tell exactly what they are from looking at them, but I don't think they're drop shipping. Here we go. They've got a help center. They've got an address in California. They've got an app. So this is telling me that these guys are definitely not drop shippers. They are 100% a brick and mortar based business. So what I mean by that is they have a shop, an actual physical shop. And when you have a physical shop, you don't need your Facebook ads to be profitable. In fact, you could be using these as remarketing, or you could be using these just as a way of customer acquisition, or as keeping your brand conscious in people's minds. So big companies like this, they tend to have marketing budgets, and the marketing team will have like, you have $1 million to play with this month or this year or whatever it is, and they will go out and they'll spend the money allocated, hopefully getting results, but results don't matter because it's really just to feed the awareness so that people go into their physical store and they purchase. And if they have franchises, it's even worse because they're taking a franchise fee from the franchisees to go into marketing, to go into ads. And we have to be careful that we don't get all excited that they've had ads running for ages, because this is a physical product sold from a physical store where they didn't need to make profit on our ads. But as dropshippers, we 100% need to make profits off our ads. So if you could find me a different store selling maybe less heavy equipment, or a store that we can kind of know that it's drop shipping. So you're probably not going to be drop shipping really heavy stylized running machines. For example, health and fitness is a fantastic niche. We've had students make a ton of money selling fitness products, more like this thing, lighter weight fitness products that you can ship a lot easier. But you've got to find the right e-commerce brand that's doing it right. Okay. All right. AK. Looking at an 8-in-1 spray gun soap dispenser tool. You want to market it as a shower handle for dogs? Well, what do I think? What I think is we have a student selling this. He's generated some sales. It's done quite well, but I don't know if he's profitable. This website is stunning, by the way. And just know that at a price this cheap, your cost per purchase is going to be, if you do this right and you have good ads, like you're going to have really, really good ads for this one. If you do it right, and I've seen cost per purchases of between $30 and $50. So the thing is, can you make a profit? If it's a $50 product, can you make a profit if it costs you $35 to $50 to get a sale? And that's where this gets tricky. So what are these guys doing to make more money? They want you to add these things. And these are actually all good products to sell. They are very, well, I don't know about this. Oh, this attachment bottle, that's pretty cool. What else are they doing to make more money here? They got upsells, yes, cool. $24 upsell. You're going to have, I don't think this is USD. We'll find out. No, it was AUD. I like what these guys have done with their logo on the checkout page. They've added free shipping, 100% money back guarantee, secure payment. I kind of do that to some of my stores. I add in some reviews here, just to add trust. So yes, you can sell this product, and I will approve it, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky because of that gap there between between profit and cost per purchase. And just remember, even with all those upsells, they've had to put so much into this website. Look at how stunning this thing is. The care that they've taken, the cleanliness of the look and feel. A lot of effort has been put into this. And this is the competition you're going up against, okay? So if you want to sell it, cool. You absolutely can. You have to make a website that looks this good. Chloe, what do I think of this space? You've already have almost everything completed. It's not your chosen product, but it's in the same niche. Yeah, 100%. If I am going to start another store, this is going to be my next product. I think it's great. I actually was going to sell this very exact one. The reason why I wanted to sell this is because at $161, you can sell that for at least 3 times. The competition I saw had it sold for like 3.5 to 4 times from memory. And that got me excited. So after I'm done with this current store, if I can peel myself off the pavement and find it within me to make another store, this would be my very last one. I even have it gold, I think, on last month. Yeah, the competition's $12.50. Bear in mind the competition, from what I saw, if you're looking at the same competition I was, the competition did have a more superior product. For sure. Theirs did look way better, and you can't get theirs off eBay. But if you can sell this, and you can sell it for a cheaper price, and you make a bit of money, well, then we can hook you up with a manufacturer, not just a supplier. Hook you up with a manufacturer in China who can make one to your specifications. And then you're talking. And that is absolutely doable. Okay, back to product research. If you guys got more products you want me to check, keep them coming. Baby food containers. $100% food grade silicone. Okay. Wow, look at these product images. These are absolutely gorgeous. Ah, they're using the classic old OmniSand spin to win. That's funny. They don't even have the proper spin to win app. Who are these guys? Trustpilot. They're not Freedom Club. Alright. Baby food containers. I love... Look at their star... what are they called? Their golden seals down the bottom. God, that adds a lot of trust to your product. Alright, let's pick one. What was the ad for? Did the ad just take us... Okay, so this ad just takes us to the collection page, which is a very, very good strategy. Alright, so we got Playtime, Baby Feeder. Let's have a look at just the food containers. Has that got the most reviews? 63 for Playtime gift set. But we came here for these, so let's have a look at these. Patented. Okay, so you can't sell these exact ones because apparently they're patented. Well, they're telling you that you can't sell them. I don't know how you patent a silicone container. You'd have to have a look. You can't patent that. I don't think you can patent that. Non-fading embossed markings. Alright, this is definitely going on the list, but I need to put an asterisk on this one. So, baby containers. Sounds like something you put a baby in. Moonkey Shop. Oops, that's not the one. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to put an asterisk on this one. I'm just going to write a note here. Check patent. Just so you understand what you can and can't copy. Because I don't think you can patent, especially in Australia, a container of food. Seems too basic. But there might be certain design elements that have been patented, and all you have to do is find a product that's similar, that doesn't have those exact design elements, and you're good to go. All right, let's move on. Toothbrushes. Kids' toothbrushes. I don't get it. Okay. Just because I don't get it doesn't mean it's not good. They've got different ads for different regions. Okay, that's clever. Same store. Look at this. That's really clever. Okay. So this is a product that's selling very, very well. But this is what concerns me here. These guys are actually in chemists. So they're probably a well-funded, well-seeded product. Probably off Shark Tank or something like that, where investors have given them the money to go make this, brand it, and get it out there and get into high street stores. And you don't need to make money off your ads if you're doing that. The ads are just for awareness. The ads are all very, very, very good, but alarm bells are going off, and this one I will skip. I've been burnt too many times. Too many, and the problem is, if you don't cut yourself off right there, if you see those warning signs and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna keep going, the problem is you'll chase them, and you'll be like, they're all making money. Why aren't I making money? And you'll spend so much trying to catch up. I've done it myself. I've seen it myself. So if you suspect the product is a venture capitalist type of people have invested and they're not making money off their ads, just skip it. Lauren, how do I feel about selling products from AliExpress? I do not recommend selling any products from AliExpress unless you're just sort of dabbling on your first couple of orders. Okay, once you start getting 2 to 3 orders per day, then it's time to get yourself a better supplier. How do I sell shipping from China? That is 100% what I do. Now, I'm different from Austin. Okay, I'm in this course as the head of education, but Austin obviously founded this awesome organization that you guys are a part of. He wrote all of the training manuals. Now, I've been doing this for a lot longer. Doesn't mean either of us are right or wrong. We just have different methodology and different ways of thinking around this whole thing. I've been shipping products from China since I started. My store, Home Craftology, and all of my crafting stores that I created along the way, my little crafting empire, we've all shipped products from the one supplier in China from day one. And our customers, they know exactly what to expect. We don't lie to them about anything. They know their products are made to order and shipped in China. And I find the process fine. A lot of students, I think, struggle with the communication and struggle with this. I feel like they don't ask enough questions and they don't understand enough about their particular product and where it sits in the market, and they don't understand the supplier's point of view. For example, maybe their order volume is too low for the suppliers to, have enough on stock to keep up. And in which case, you might need to, purchase your products ahead of time to have them on the shelf ready to go. And if you do all these things and speed up the process from their end and then set expectations from your customer's end by being up to date and sending emails automatically when their products are packaged and shipped and they meet each port, then most of the time, like, I don't get any complaints about the time it takes for products to get received by my customers in any store that I've got. Sometimes sometimes customers will email in and say, hey, where's my product? But I've got staff for that. And I think a lot of the reasons that people tend to get stressed is, well, I say people, but one of the reasons why students do tend to get stressed is when they're starting to scale a bit and there's a lot of customers saying, hey, where's my product? But you can automate the mail to go out when the product is packaged, and then you can automate it to say when it's been shipped, and you can automate it to say when it's left China. We can automate it to say when it's landed in Australia, and that cuts down the customer inquiries a lot. But then have a staff member to handle all the customer inquiries, and you don't feel bad, and you don't feel like you're letting anybody down. You just let a professional take care of the customers and make your customers happy. You know, if they do complain, throw them a freebie. They love freebies. Throw them in a huge discount for the next order. If you're working with a supplier, like our supplier, for example, one of the things that you can do is customize your product. You can put a little freebie in there. Like I have our supplier, he prints off a custom box for me. He puts my item in a custom bag with my logo on it. And then he puts a little ribbon around it so it feels like a package that my client or my customers open. They just love it. Nick, on the subject, how do I find a reputable supplier? Mate, we have a supplier. All you have to do is DM me. You can use my supplier. To be completely upfront with you, we don't just have a supplier in China. We have a supplier in Australia too. So you get a choice as a Freedom student. So start with eBay. Make sure you can sell your product. Okay, that's step one. Make sure you get a few sales. Step two, once you know you can get a few sales, then it's time. Let me actually talk to you guys. I'll stop sharing my screen for a sec. Okay. Once you have a product that you know is selling well, because you've tested it from eBay or AliExpress if you have to, and you're getting 3 to 5 orders a day, it's actually time to start shoring up a supplier. Because what you might find, especially from eBay, is you'll get things going, and all of a sudden, your eBay supplier runs out, and you're scrambling for another supplier. Or, the worst thing, the price goes up. And that puts a huge spanner in the works, because you've been dealing with this one price the whole time. And your cost per purchase is, $25 for example, and you know your product costs $25 and you're charging $75, but then the cost of the product goes up to like $35 and you're making a lot less money and things are a lot more difficult. So if you're getting 3 to 5 orders a day, it's time to shore up your product. It's time to find a supplier. We have 2 options in the Freedom Club. Either you can use our Chinese supplier. Now that's the one that I manage. I've been using our Chinese supplier for 8 years. We've had, to be completely upfront, we've had some packages get slowed down because he used to just supply for me. And I gave him an opportunity to start supplying for everyone here. And it's taken him a little while to hire enough staff to keep up. But he's keeping up. Things are looking good at the moment. The other option you have is shipping directly from Australia. We have a warehouse here that will actually take a shipment from China in. Like, you tell them the product that you want, they'll tell you the price per product. They'll actually organize for that shipment to come in from China, and they'll ship it for you directly from Australia. Now, there's, of course, some caveats to that and some requirements you'll probably need to meet. If you feel like you're getting enough orders and that's something you want to do, let me know and I'll put you in touch with the right person. The difference between shipping from Australia and shipping from China is going to be, in China, the product's going to be substantially cheaper. But shipping from Australia, the shipping time is going to be substantially quicker. Now, my personal opinion is I need the cost of item to be the cheapest as possible so that I can maximize how much I can spend on ads. Because if I'm spending $100 in ads and my cost per purchase is say $25, when I increase that to $200 per day, my cost per purchase won't stay the same. It will always go up and it will continue going up. That's how cost per purchases work. If you have a big difference between your cost per conversion and the actual cost it costs you to buy the item, great. Maybe you can afford Australian shipping. But if you want to make more money and things are a bit tighter, you may be forced to think about fulfilling directly from China. And that's what I do. And one of the caveats, or not caveats, one of the pros about doing that is at any point along the way, you will be free to upgrade your product. Like it's easy to upgrade your product. You can choose a different supplier in China, or sorry, you can choose a different manufacturer in China. Same supplier, just ask him to go for a different manufacturer to meet different specifications. We can laser etch your logo onto your item. We can print beautiful boxes and have a beautiful packaging experience. And if you have a high-end product, you can actually ship it via UPS or FedEx for like $25 for like 3-day shipping. So we have a lot of different options. Now, if you need that, just let me know. Send me a DM. And if you're watching over on YouTube and you need that, there's a link in the description to go and send me a WhatsApp. So either way, get in touch with me and tell me which one you would like to do, and I'll make it work for you. Chloe, if you go down the route to purchase from the supplier in bulk, or is it still holding a space? It really depends. It depends on how many products you're getting, how many orders that you're getting, and which, if you want to go with the Australian supplier, that could be one of the requirements depending on the product. I'm not 100% sure. If you're shipping from China, there's no minimum order, so you don't need to have a bulk order. But if you're only getting, say, 3 orders per day, you may want to do a bulk order, because that way you can give the supplier, say, here's $1,500. Go buy $1,500 worth of these things and keep them on the shelf so that when my orders come in, you can just ship them that same day. And they can do that for you. And then what you can do is when that runs out, they'll just go buy more because they'll have that float there. You know what I mean? All right. Back to the products. There we go, red light therapy. Does that make a lot of sense to you guys? But basically for me, the way that I roll is when I sell any product that I want to go start selling in dropshipping, I skip AliExpress, I skip eBay, I go straight to my supplier and say, this is what I'm testing. This is what I want to ship. Let's do it. That's how I roll. But, and the other thing too, like I will facilitate the conversation between the supplier and yourself. But you got to ask questions. You've got to understand, like if they give you a price, say $20 per product, ask them how much if I get an order of 3. What's the bulk discount if I get an order of 5? I make a lot more money because our supplier gives all of us massive discounts for any orders that order more than one of the item. You take my cloth, for example, right? So my Lush Living cloth, we're selling 2 at $39.95. Now, the cost of one of these is $15. The cost, if you buy 2, is like $12 each, I think. No, it can't be that. Where's my cost? One sec. I'll tell you the difference. Okay. Bear with me. You're welcome, Nick. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so if you buy one of these cloths, there is no option to buy one on my store because there's no point. I don't want to deal with people who want to buy one. If you buy one of these cloths, it costs me $10. If you buy 2 of these cloths, it costs me $13 to give you 2. So then now I can tell you that it's worth $39.95. And then I can say, hey, I'll give you 2 for that same price. Automatically, it sounds like an awesome deal. For me, I'm still making 3 times margin. If you buy 4, the cost to me of 4 is $19. And the cost to me of 6 is $25. So I'm making more money when you buy 6. So it makes sense for me to give you a nice big 55% discount. That's how that works. I don't know if the Australian suppliers can do that, but Chinese suppliers can really help cut costs if you're able to sell multiple items of your product. And that's why you'll probably see on my store for our best-selling products. So we have this one. Oops. We have this one. Again, you can only buy 2, 4, and 6. And for this one here, you can only buy 2, 4, and 6 again. Makes more sense to me to sell these in doubles because the supplier gives me a huge discount. When you buy more than one. So, if that's where you want to go, let me know. Send me a message and we'll go from there. Okay. Where are we at? Now these wallets, we've had them before. If this is a wallet, no, we're looking for problem solving, not pretty things. Yeah, we've seen a few of these the other day. We had those pillows in the other day. We had this one in the other day, this vacuum cleaner. That was cool. I think if I put in 90 days, I think we're going to see a lot of the same ones. Although, at the start of this stream, we saw a fair few that I'd never seen before. We got little bikes. Fashion. What's this thing? Ah, can't sell brand names like that. That is very cool. That is really, really, really cool. Really cool. But I don't know about printing brand names like that. I feel like it's a bit of a risk. BMW could come out after you and say, hey, remove our brand from your store. I wouldn't do it. We have this bottle opener. Wine lift. I mean, I didn't see the value in this one, but you know what? I'm sure there are people out there that would. Let's go take a look at the ads. Mason Culture. Oh, they're selling a lot of different things. Okay, that's not what we want. These guys are a spaghetti dropshipper selling a bunch of stuff. That's not what we're after. We want specific stores centered around 1 or 2 core products. Chocolate glue. Tan. Okay, no one sold tan before. I wonder. Alright, let's check out the ads anyway. Extra fast, super dark results in sun or sunbed. Alright. And what's this thing? Shine brown lip oil. Lip oil? Lip oil. I'm not sure about this brand though. This looks... unlock 20% off. That's a fairly big discount. Interesting down here. I'm a bit wary of this one. You saw these in your research? What did you think, Chloe? I have a feeling these guys are selling... You guys have... yeah, send me some Aussie competition. That I'm more interested in. Okay, so these guys are selling on Amazon as well. and other marketplaces. So we don't want to go up against these guys. See how they're in stores? Now, just because a similar product is sold in a store doesn't mean you don't go after a similar product. It's just this is not a brand that we need to compete with. Does that make sense? I've sold products that you can buy in stores. It's just, it's got to be a brand that we can compete with to actually see their ads and to know that we can sell as much as them. I know that's a bit confusing. I know what I'm saying doesn't make a lot of sense. This looks better. Yeah, this could work. Alright, I'll check out that one in a second, Emily. Chloe, good job. Honey infused lip oil, does that mean like you can eat it? The quick flick. Cool store. Very cool about us. Yeah, this is cool. All right, the quick flick. We'll just check their ads real quick. Great ads. October 30th, yeah. Good product. I'd test it, honestly. I'd test it. Lip oil. Really cool. What was this next one from Emily? The TheraBrush. $98. That looks like an upgraded version of what they're putting as the dog comb. Very cool. Yeah, that looks cool. Question is anyone making money from it? Yeah, sure looks like it. March 12th. Oh, they haven't been really... The ads haven't really been here for that long. March 12th is almost a month. I will continue looking at these guys. These guys are a maybe. By all means, if you want to give this a test, we'll call this Steam Hairless Brush. For me, that's a maybe. So they're going to go orange. We'll come back and have a look. I need to see that the ads are going to continue running for a while. However, if you are keen on running this, there's no harm in putting it up in the store and giving it a test. I'm not saying no. To me, it looks pretty good. And the thing is, right, when you've had ads that have been running for most of the month and they're still up, it's not quite sure if it's going to be a long term, but sometimes if your instincts are saying it's a great product, sometimes this is what a store looks like right before they pop. Right before they pop. And so we are kind of looking for products that are going to become popular. If you can find one of those, oh man, that's an awesome sweet spot. It's great to go into a market where there's lots of competition and they're all making loads of money, but it can sometimes be an awesome little treat to find a product like this that could become extremely popular. So what I will do is I'll come back in a week, and if it's good, it could go green, but my instinct is telling me this could be a great product. So I would go for it. All right, we'll see if I can find one more for the day. Oh, we're at 7. We're at 7. I gotta start the next call. But we'll do one more scroll. We'll find one more product. I think these are all a lot of products that I found in my last couple of streams, probably because I'm asking for ads that have been running for 90 days now. So probably next stream, we'll dial it back and we'll look for products that have been running for 30 days. That will give us more options. But I think we're out of time for this stream. And with that in mind, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end this stream. And for those of you who are continuing on, I'll see you in 2 minutes in the growth class. For everybody else, I'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, mate, head over to my YouTube. All of my streams are simultaneously casted on YouTube. You can watch all of them back to back if you like. If you can put up with me for that long. Make sure you watch the growth classes if you're not up to that level, but you want to have a sneak peek and find some golden nuggets. Especially last week's classes and the week before, man, I bared my soul. I showed you guys everything. So, guys, I'll be back on Thursday, same time. Until then, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.